Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to talk about how we go about from $5 investment to current stage of
Just over $100,000
in our investment.
in 3 years.
If you guys are new to the channel, we usually talk about a lot of things when it comes to money, our personal finance, and our journey towards FIRE.
Yes, we just two little people live in Sydney with two little kids.
This is our journey, guys, based on our personal experience. By all means, you can copy and paste us. If it works out for you guys, great.
Yeah.
But if not, I'm sorry.
I don't know, we're just trying to record our journey and to see if we're on track and keep us accountable. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Anyway, today.
Back in 2020, in January 2020, we started a micro investment with Raise as well as Spaceship.
I think that's how we started to record videos, because we want to see how can we achieve, like how long, and then if we didn't keep track, and we wouldn't have all this data, and we wouldn't know how much we have achieved. Maybe for some it's not a lot of money, but for some maybe that's a lot of money. And at least we can, it's like a report card for us.
Yeah, so, and for us, looking at the journey from that, like where we were beforehand to where we are now, how do we achieve that? Then we're going to go through those numbers with you guys now.
Yeah.
So, and this is the first, let's say, between January, now mind you though, we didn't started to do this until August 2020.
But so, how we started, it was in January 2020 when COVID hit. We were in Hong Kong and stuck. So you were scrolling the phone and looking at all this, Raise. You started from Raise. And then you're like, oh, let me put, can I do $5 in there? We were quite low income at that time. Yeah. None of us working full time. We were just relying on the investment from the property. So we don't have much saving. We're like, so from $5, let's try a bit, and it's going from January, and then till I think August, we're thinking it's getting serious. Let's keep data, keep record tracking. So that's the data we have 1st of August. And then at that time we had Raise already put in 4,200. And then we also invested in Spaceship. That time they only have one. They didn't even have the Universe.
No, it's only just the Universe. They don't have Earth or Origin.
Look at that list.
So in January, but in August, the whole entire total now at $9,300. And we saw the potential because it was like going up, down, and at that time, we were thinking, I wonder if this could replace our income. Yes,
the trend was so high, especially it was Spaceship. It just
it was a lot higher.
Like
it's like
launching.
50% return or something.
I don't know.
So, and then realizing, okay, all right, then where do we go from there? And then in September, we keep on chugging along as we go through this. The
only data I'm missing is how much we have invested, because we didn't keep record. But I remember we were doing weekly is automate plan. We put, I think, $50 a week or $70
something like that, something small numbers.
So, we were not full on to it.
And then after in August at 9,300, we look at the value in September, including additional fund. It was going up to 10,500.
And within a month, including our capital plus
the
return, so we're up for $1,200 in a month. Not bad, right? Including our investment.
Now it might be small, like like the physical return of it might be only $200, but hey, that's $200 quite pretty good. And then we keep on going. The next following month, we're getting a little bit more serious.
We put 10. What? We put a lot of space in.
It's because we saw the growth of Spaceships. Like, wow, it's actually gone up really high. The return, the 12 months return, it was like, unheard of. And it's like 10% or higher, maybe 20% or something like that.
But the thing is, it's just not sustainable. High risk, high reward.
That's it. So in that time alone, we put about overall about 16,000.
Which one?
This one here.
Yeah, $16,000 in Spaceship.
So that's a mix between the return as well as our capital.
It was the value at that time.
Mm-hmm. And because Spaceship was winning, we put a lot more in Spaceship.
Sound like you're doing something.
All in red. So, and then in November,
I reckon it was your mentality. At
yeah,
that
it's
time.
like, hey, it's going up, so I might as well just add more.
Yeah,
So
it's a fine line between that.
and then it's like, oh, okay, in that case, we'll put another 10,000 on.
Oh, and then we got serious in November. We opened
November.
Kamsek.
Yeah, and then realizing to myself, you know what? Then I gotta spread the risk. So not only in Spaceship as well as race, because they're sort of new in this. Well, we knew in this world.
Well, because it was the micro investment, so you're putting small amount, and then from that onwards, we pretty much did almost a whole year. We're getting serious, and we didn't want to do micro investment anymore because we see that, like what we said all the time, high risk, high return. So at that time, it was really risky. That's why we try to spread our risk, and thank you. Lucky we did that, because now we look back, oh my God. Different story.
Just minimize risk. We open up Comsec Pocket and we put 6,500 in Comsec Pocket.
Reason behind?
Because there were 7 different products in Comsec Pocket.
The
and
try guy
I did not know which one is the best way.
Yeah, the try guy.
I just put every single one of them like $1,000 per.
Remind me of speed dating. Tick 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 tick. Tick 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 everything. I'm sure I'll get something.
Because the thing is, because they all look good, they all like really savvy, and it sounded like, oh yeah, I might as well try everything. And I figured,
and see whoever win again.
And then on top of that, spreading the risk as well. So it's a win-win in that aspect. That's how I see it. So because we didn't put down like in Comsec Pocket which account or which, what was it? Each product.
ETF, yeah, they have 7 of them.
So as a whole, we just put down Comsec Pocket.
I think 1,000 each. Because we did 1,000 each, and that Y minus 500. One is the commission we pay for them, and also. Some of them, when you buy it, of course, it go down because your buying price is always higher than your selling price.
That's it. So in December, by the end of 2020, in December, we also add additional fund for Comsec Pocket, as well as that in Raise
and
Spaceship.
Wow, we put another like $10,000
as a whole. At the end of 2020. We put down roughly 44,000.
Wow! Within a year.
Within 1 year.
Wow, 40,000.
You're looking at that right now, and like you're thinking, "Whoa!" Now, mind you,
we never analyzed this data. We just record keeping, and we never done analyzing only this bit in investment.
That's it. So
we just look at big number, but never look at each month. Next.
So the next one will be, let's go fast forward.
Right?
I'll do a screenshot from January to June of 2021. Now this is kind of interesting at that time. At that time, there's also, because of what happened in the world, COVID, everything's just going down, hit more, a little bit more. So we didn't feel it quite much, as much. It was still going up.
Yes.
In January. We went a little bit more higher from 44,000, now going to
10,000 in.
4,000. We put an extra 10,000, but it spread it again between Race, Spaceship, as well as Comsec.
Yeah, and also I still started to tracking what did we buy, at what price did we purchase, and then what, when, and how much. Because then we know when do we enter in the market, how much was the capital, because by this, we didn't know how much was the capital we put in.
No, we should have done.
And well, learn from it.
This is just, based on that particular day.
Amateur.
On January. What is our entire holding value there? So if we got
$54,000 in January.
And then in February, it went from 54 to 59.
Up for $5,000.
Up for $5,000, and I'm sure we didn't actually put $5,000 worth.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's
capital gain.
There's a mix between
everything.
of us putting money in and the return from it. So, and then in March, that one, it's still going up. It went up to $62,000. and a mixed bag between race going. We put a lot more in race as well. We put a lot more in spaceship as well as in concept pocket.
Wait, you haven't started your full-time job, huh?
Nope.
I'm just thinking about timeline.
Nope.
You started end of 21.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
All of the money that we put down in here, mostly it's coming from our property income.
Yeah, and you were doing a contract, we just in like our living expenses is just based on your contract jobs.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then in April, it gone up again to $66,000. That's because, again, a mixed bag. Our concept pocket goes up. Everything's going up. Everything seems to be going in the green.
Yeah.
Like race is going up, spaceship going up, as well as concept pocket is going up. In May as well, it's still going up. Everything seems to be just keep on climbing.
Slowly going.
Yeah, from 66 to 69.
Yeah.
And then in June, which is mid-year of June, June 2021, it comes to 68,000. Is a whole entire holding.
Yep.
So,
the market was going down a bit.
Well,
Anyway,
down a little bit, which is like, okay, we expected some sort of pullback. We expected our portfolio might be diving due to what's happening around the world, right? So, okay, that's the first hit. Yeah, we had a good run. We had a good,
it was
nearly
pretty
a
good
whole
run.
year of just climbing and climbing and climbing.
It feels like whatever we do, investment sound like it all the time.
Sound like it, but it's not. It's in.
Yeah.
So you want to take the next roll?
Yeah.
So the next roll will be between June to, let's say, December. There you go. Go ahead.
From June to June and July is still the same. 73 up to 75 up for 2000, and then in August we spread again.
Then a new product called Spaceship Earth.
Because Spaceship were doing so well. They were just so well. We're thinking, okay, put all money in and retire. And it went up to $35,000, but we just wait for it at the end of the video, see how much we have.
We show you all the good stuff at the moment.
I think, well, the yellow bit, the highlighted, it means is the highest we've ever had, I think, right?
I think so. I don't know why we put a yellow.
No, this is the peak of Spaceship universe. So 35,000 was the highest ever. Now is
I don't know. Don't worry about that.
Don't want to talk about that.
We'll look at it later on. This is 2021. It is in a good life. 2021.
August. So we're all happy, and then we split more. We got Spaceship Earth, Spaceship Origin. Don't know which to put 350 each.
And then the next month in
Concept
August
went up, and we bought Vanguard.
Oh yeah, at the same time.
$7,000. I remember that.
So we did a lot more research.
Yes.
Yeah, and then apparently Vanguard is the place to be.
Solid.
So it's like
something solid.
We kind of knew in this world of investing on paper asset.
Yes.
Okay.
So because we were just having fun at the beginning, didn't know we're getting serious. Now we have to get married.
Like really, this is going to be the vehicle that we're going to use
to retire. Yeah. So I think from the after 1.5 years, we realized this is serious. Sound like a relationship, but it is serious. So we were checking everything. Oh, Vanguard seems like everyone's going. It's ETF. You got CHESS sponsored, which means even the broker collapse, you can transfer your shares to another broker, and it's listed in ASX stock exchange. So no one can take your money. In a trust account.
Well, hopefully.
Except that
hopefully.
And then we invested in ETF instead of individual stock. Is just the risk as well. We too over risk. And so at that time in August 2021, we had $85,000.
That's as of August 2021.
I remember that we saved up some money. We put 7,000 in Vanguard. That was the plan.
And then
in September
to December, let's say.
September to December.
Wait, why are we doing September? That's just mid. Okay. Oh yeah, in July. The next one.
July to December. You should do that. And then September, we still putting money, but then space going down. And the reason of Earth and Origins going higher, it was because we're putting more capital in. So we did not that time we did not stop any automated funding at that time, because we still believe, okay, when it's low, buy low, but how long can you hold?
Yeah.
How long can you keep buying? I don't know. But
So we just
since
keep on buying.
Spaceship is just go lower and lower and lower, and
it hasn't stopped. It haven't been bottom up.
no, not bottom yet. Okay,
It's not
story
the
is
bottom.
still coming.
And like that was the first time. It's like it's a dip. It's second
Yeah.
month in a dip. You know, we went from August 35,000 and then it went down to 33.
33.
I'm like, all right, that's all right.
That's
fresh
life.
dip. It's life. And then in October it went down to 34.
No, went up because we put more capital.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But anyway, in October, we were 95,000. We were so pumped.
So as
excited.
a whole entire holding is still going up.
Because we put more money in there.
One is that, and number two is we're spreading the risk. We have
Yeah.
ComSec Pocket, 7 different platform or 7 different ETF.
Item, yeah.
And then Spaceship Earth, Spaceship Origin, Raise, Spaceship Universe. So the whole entire
Whole universe, you got
yeah,
it.
I've got the whole entire.
Well, but then from July to October, we got Vanguard from 0 to 16,000,
Yeah.
almost 16. So that's the big increase
jump.
in there.
Yeah, because we realized, okay, then Vanguard, it seems like
Yeah.
everyone's mentioning about Vanguard.
We don't want to do little guys anymore. What if it just crashed? And because that market in Spaceship and Race is going down at that time, so we didn't want to risk all our money.
Rebalancing in a sense.
Yeah.
November, we hit our first $100,000.
$100,000. It was only in 2021. So it's less than 2 years. We're from $5 to 100,000.
That's because
Less than 2 years, actually.
We
Yeah.
literally become a frugal people.
Well,
we didn't go
yeah.
out much. We
Yeah.
just invest everything. We just eat as as low as possible.
We didn't travel because we couldn't travel thanks
Yep.
to COVID. That's
And
the
then-
only positive thing coming out.
And then the income that we receive from eBay, we
Yeah.
put it into this.
Yes.
All the profit that comes from that, we put it into this as well.
Correct.
So yeah, and December will at the end of the year comes down to $100,000, $600,
Yeah.
$690.
We had a good year.
Yeah, so as a whole, entire lot, it's been going up. However, our raise is actually going down as well as our spaceship is going down.
So it's all from end of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dark side coming.
The dark side. Now,
Next.
we're going to go through the
Last
next
year.
6 months, which is January to June 2022. So in January, this is kind of
Oh
interesting.
no, back to 5 digits.
So in January, our holding is somewhat fluctuated. Everything we keep on adding and adding some more. Our income, well, we actually put down in here as a whole, our holding is still going up to $102,000, which is quite good.
Oh my God,
January.
next month, February.
February, we're having a heart attack.
That's pretty bad.
From
Considering we're
100
still putting capitals
Yeah.
in there, it was minus $6,000 in a month with our capital. Normally, I don't even know, so maybe there's a minus 10 grand in there.
Yeah, without us even doing anything, the whole entire market just vanished for
Yeah.
about $10,000 of our holding. It's like, oh, okay, that's not cool.
Yeah.
And then in my mind, it's like, oh yeah, it's only 1 month. You should be all right.
Next month,
The
again.
next one, it
Another
went
minus
down
3
to-
grand.
Yeah, so it went from 100 to
90.
90. And then it goes up again to 93.
Yep.
And then going up again to stable at roughly 93.
Yep.
And then
Oh, we put more money, I think, in Pocket. Comes at Pocket.
yeah,
Because
and
it was 13,000 and then up.
whoopsie, and where am I up to? July
2020.
2020. Where
2022. Sorry.
22.
Yep.
June, there you go. So in June, we open up another account,
Yeah.
which is in ComSec.
That's July. You need to screenshot
Sorry.
from July.
Sorry, in July. so in June, our
Yeah.
holding is actually going down to, what is it, 97,000.
No, it was the highest for the year. It was 95, 93. See?
Yeah,
From 100,000.
From 100 to, and it goes to
95,
97.
97. Yeah, hovering around, but with our higher money in there. Anyway, in July?
In June. So
Honestly,
in
the
June,
end of our story is something. What's the happy ending?
hopefully. And then in July.
July 22?
Yeah, let me just get a screenshot of this.
July, not June.
All right, sorry. Yeah, you go talk about July.
He cannot.
I can't do multitask.
Okay, from July we added ComSec in there. I don't know why. Oh no, I know why. Because we put a lot of investment in Vanguard because we try to even it everything out. We used to have raised in 30,000.
Yep.
And a Spaceship used to have 30,000. Look at
Yep.
that, 19. At the peak of Spaceship Universe, it was 35,000, and it went down to 19,000 in there. I think, and then we're slowly pulling back or putting less money in Spaceship and Race. That's why we put more money in Vanguard. We went up to almost 30,000.
Yep.
And then we put it in ComSec as well. We opened up ComSec at that time. Reason behind was we were checking some ETF that we couldn't purchase in Vanguard. But then we found out, oh, we have this ComSec bank, we have this ComSec cash account, whatever. Old people, we cannot link it. What do I have to do and call the bank and all this stuff? So that's why we open using ComSec, and they can trade some other ETF like iShare or BetaShare.
Global product or something.
Yes.
And like, oh, okay, so I need this bank account. So it seems like
we already have it.
I have to use ComSec.
Yeah, already. Why not?
Okay, radio. So we
Yeah.
have to use ComSec. So Commonwealth Bank, we become a customer of them, and that way we can actually grab more ETF from, I guess, different tickets of ETF. Then from there, it's like the ComSec account require you to deposit about
transaction.
$2,000
a
a month or
month.
something.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. So I'm like, okay, so I have to keep on putting money in and out of that account.
Yeah, a lot of transaction in the account. So that is in July. And
then
in
after
August,
that, in August,
we start putting everything in. I'm like, well, I don't want to lose track of the money. So then I start putting our kids' account in there. So their names are Aiden and Abby.
So our kids' account in there, and we started in there roughly small amount or so.
Our Spaceship that time still good because we're like, oh, it's low. Let's help the kid to open the account and invest the money in there.
And then we also put down as well as self-wealth.
Yeah.
So this is our holding as of today. We've got Raise, Spaceship, that's Earth, Universe, Pockets. ComSec Pocket.
Yep.
We have 7 different products, all of the 7 different products. In Vanguard, how many are there? 2, 3?
No, 4.
4
4
in
ETF.
Vanguard.
Yeah.
So, and then in our kids account, we have the kids Spaceship. And then,
Well, the latest addition, it was the kids self-wealth. That's the latest one. After how many years? 2 years. 2 and a half. 2 years of recording data, but 2.5 years trading in ETF or micro investment. Realize, okay, that's the way to go, and small money help the kids to earn about compound interest and teach them about investment. So hopefully they understand about how money grow is not coming from the trade. Then we record it, and each week we do help them to do a payday, and then they check the account, how much is it, they're making money, they were so happy without them doing anything. But then now they're like, oh, I can buy it. Sometimes go to shop, oh, I can buy it. Do you want to buy it? No, they're really, I can't use the TIGHT word.
Some of them is, some of them don't.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's when I included all these investment, we went up to $118,000.
So again, we're going back up to that $100,000 figure or so.
Because I got those.
Because a lot of them, it's actually mostly is our capital. It wasn't the return on any of the products, let's say.
Yes, it is still kind of minus.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll have a summary at the end.
And then in August, it's still hovering at about 100, 118. It didn't really move much. And then it went down a little bit again in October at 111. And then again, still hovering at about 111. And then in December, it's sort of like, okay, it did goes up a little bit, but I think that all of the one that is going up is just our capital.
We put a lot in there. We did. 122,000.
So yeah.
No, we didn't put much capital because we were saving for the car.
Oh yeah. For
No,
a
we
certain
stopped.
part of that,
Yeah.
roughly about 3 to 6
I
months.
think from
of that,
August, maybe
Yeah.
from August.
we
then
actually stopped. We
putting-
didn't put any money in,
Yeah, we
except
just,
for the
like,
kids
grow.
one, which is like a
Yeah.
small amount. Now we are in January and February.
Yeah.
This is where we at, 2023.
Yeah, we did the February just a few days ago.
So at one stage, we actually have a couple of minuses, by the way. So
Yeah.
in October, we were minus $7,000,
Yep.
6,900 or so. And then in January, welcome to 2023, where you're going to be minus 7,300.
And then the latest one in February, suddenly it went
It's
back
like,
up.
hey, welcome in February. You're up for $12,000.
No, we put more money in Vanguard.
Yeah.
And we put more money in Comsa because we saved enough for the car. And then we're like, let's go invest again.
So that's how, this is our journey. This is based on our screenshot with all of our account. We checked it in a monthly basis.
Yes.
Especially at the
We
end of
check
the
it
month.
every day, but then we quote it every month.
Yeah. I mean, now, like at one stage, what was it? If you look at this from August 2020, where we only have $9,300 capital.
Yep.
We're now at $127.
$127,000 in February 23.
So.
But it's still almost to our goal of $1 million is
Yeah.
10 times to
Mind
go.
you, though, we also change the way we're doing it. Beforehand, we're looking at just capital growth. Whereas now it's like, no, buy ETF that provides you dividends.
Yes.
And because that was the reason why we have like all of this splitting up. We're looking for dividends payout type of ETFs.
Yeah, I think you need to have a mix of portfolio, but it's based on your strategy and circumstances change. So we didn't know, we were just doing capital gain, but then we know, oh, there's no dividend. Why am I putting money and I can't eat? I'm starving. So then we changed, we found all these dividend ETF, we invested in there. So I think there's a video we did mention how much dividend we got paid last quarter. So then now we're looking at dividend can be our retirement
Cash
plan.
flow.
Yes,
Yeah,
the cash
it's our
flow.
cash flow. So, anyway, this is kind of a long video. It's like
Is it?
nearly 30 minutes.
Oh, what?
If you like this type of content, guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and
See you next time.
bye.
Bye.